천자문,
千字文
千字文
In this lesson, we will look at characters 337 through 344 of the 1000 character classic, the 1500-year-old Chinese classic in which no characters are repeated. These lines, 85 and 86, concern themselves with interplay between lessons taken out of the home and following the guidance of our parents, specifically the mother. The translation reads, outside, accept the lessons of the teacher. At home, be guided by the mother. Let's look at line 85 character by character. The first character here means outside. The next means accept or receive. The third character means teacher or master. The last one here means instruct or train. The translation reads, outside, accept the lessons of the teacher. Now let's hear it pronounced. You'll hear it from a recording in Korean, Japanese, and Chinese.
외수부훈,
大受夫君
外授复训
I'll play this one more time.
외수부훈,
大受夫君
外授复训
On to line 86. The first character here means enter. Next we have honor. The third character means mother. The final one means ceremony or rite. The translation reads, at home, be guided by the mother. Now let's hear it pronounced.
이뽕모이,
入法母儀
入凤母仪
I'll play this one more time.
이뽕모이,
入法母儀
入凤母仪
Let's look at a few radicals or components. First, look at 337. The left side is the evening radical, and that radical is itself derived from the moon character. The right side is the divination radical. So the practice of divination was linked with lunar cycles, and somehow this came to mean outside. So then look at 339. I just want to show how it looks almost identical to character 219. So the top right component of 219 is derived from this obsolete character meaning spindle, while the top right of character 339 is derived from the component you see here. And that component, I'm not sure what it means, but it's used in names, and it's also obscure. Now look over to 341. This is a radical meaning enter. Here it is in standalone form. You'll see it also in character 468, which means inside. Fitting, considering that it comes from the enter radical. Character 343 is the character for mother, and it is also a radical. And it appears in character 947, and it means every, as in every day. Finally, look at 344. The right side of 344 is the character for justice. The left side is, of course, the person radical. Based on the 8 characters of these two lines, I've come up with a word list. I've tried to select words that are common and relevant to Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. For the characters highlighted yellow at the top, I haven't found any suitable examples, and that usually indicates a rare character. The ones that are blue appear in this set of 8. The red ones appear elsewhere in the classic. The white ones are not in the classic. Now you hear the words spoken in each language. Foreigner.
외국인,
外国人
外国人
Reception. Accept.
접수,
切受
接受
Tutor. Master.
사부,
師傅
师傅
Training. Drill.
훈련,
訓練
训练
Entrance in a school.
입학,
入学
入学
Alma mater.
모교,
母校
母校
Parents.
부모,
父母
父母
Ceremony. Ritual.
의식,
儀式
仪式
etiquette, conduct.
예의,
礼儀、
礼仪、
Have a look one more time at the words of this lesson. See which ones you remember. Okay, let's move on. So before I wrap up this lesson, I'll leave you with a few points of intrigue or clarification. Okay, let's talk about the word for foreigner. If we break it down character by character, it is outside, then country, then person. So literally, outside country person. In Korean, it is Weigugin. In Japanese, it is Gaikokujin. And here it is in Chinese.
外国人、
But this is not the way it is usually said in Chinese. The widely used colloquial expression for foreigner is.
老外、
The left side is the character for old or senior person. Whether or not this term is rude or not is widely debated online, and you'll find numerous articles about government initiatives to get rid of the term. One final note, in Korean, the term for alien or extraterrestrial is very similar. The term is Weigei-in. Let's talk about the word for master. Individually, these characters each mean master or teacher, and may appear in words related to tutoring or training. In Chinese, it is
师傅、
in Korean, sabu. In Japanese, shifu. This term exists in Japanese and Korean, but it's not a common or frequent word. But in Chinese, I think it is frequent, as indicated by the fact that it appears on level 4 of the HSK Chinese Proficiency Test. If you're like me, you might have thought of Master Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. So indeed, Shifu means master. So his name is literally Master, Master. Let's talk about the character for enter. It frequently appears in signs or instructions. You'll see it in subway stations to indicate entrances as opposed to exits. This sign warns one not to enter. This character is also part of a word, which means entrance into school. Particularly in Japan and Korea, you'll see this word in the context of ceremonies at the start of school years and very important exams for entering schools. That's a wrap for this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll look at lines 87 and 88, which concern themselves with relationships with uncles and aunts.
천자문,
千字文
As always, I remind you that I make these videos partly for my own study purposes. My skills are not advanced in these languages, so it's quite likely I've made some mistakes or forgotten something obvious, so don't hesitate to point that out in the comments, and if you have a question, then drop a comment, and hopefully I or somebody can get back to you. The goal of this channel is to make a video for each line of the 1000 Character Classic, while exploring language study methods and connections between the Chinese, Japanese, and Korean languages. I wish you happy and productive language studies.